Another day, another random assault in downtown Seattle. Police say Francisco Calderon, a prolific offender, this time randomly attacked a toddler by throwing coffee on the child outside the downtown Gap store.
It's shocking, it's terrible, it's awful. That's not what we want to see in the middle of our city.
The 2-year-old didn't have to be taken to the hospital, but police say the child appeared to be staring off into space, possibly in shock.
What we're doing now with a small population of people that are dealing with mental illness and substance use is not working.
Downtown Seattle Association President John Scholl says it's not a good look for the city, but more than that, he's frustrated over the city's handling of repeat offenders. Calderon was one of 100 prolific offenders named in this system failure report, commissioned in part by Scholl's organization.
So we need to develop a whole new approach.
But the approach is complicated, even leading to infighting within the legal department. Back in April, City Attorney Pete Holmes, together with the Public Defender's Office, publicly calling on Judge Edward McKenna to step down over the handling of Calderon's case.
Asking for maximum sentences when you know that's not appropriate.
Holmes said instead of going with a plea deal that included treatment, McKenna went with an extraordinary sentence of a year in jail for a 2018 assault case. Today, his office indirectly blaming McKenna again, saying in part, "We sought to address the defendant's underlying behavior through mental health treatment, which he was willing to undergo for the first time in his lengthy criminal history." It goes on to say the court chose to impose the maximum sentence for a gross misdemeanor without treatment.
I don't think the finger pointing within the criminal justice system is going to get us anywhere.
McKenna could not comment about Calderon today, but back in February, McKenna was critical of the current system.
Releasing them back on the street is really not the answer. We see the impact on the community.
At the time, Calderon had 72 convictions, 15 of them for assaults. McKenna saying his decision to give Calderon a year in jail came down to his belief that he was a danger to the public, that previous interventions did not work. And Q13 News just obtained new court documents from 2016 that shows that Calderon had requested treatment before. A municipal court judge released him on that condition of treatment, but just days later, he's accused of burglary. So the city attorney's office is saying it was the first time Calderon had agreed to mental health treatment, but our investigation shows that he asked for treatment before, specifically chemical dependency treatment in 2016, as you just heard. But he did not follow through with that, and he was accused of committing burglary just days after he was released from jail in 2016. Now, the president of the Downtown Association you just heard talk about involuntary commitments. He believes for a very small group of offenders, a better intervention is needed rather than just releasing them on the condition that they will seek treatment themselves. Now, you also heard me talk about the system failure report in my piece that had a sample of 100 repeat offenders. So we've learned that since February, take a look at this, 86 of the 100 people have re-offended, and 20 of them had at least 3 bookings. So that means overall we are talking about 175 additional jail bookings. And you guys, that's 175 bookings in a span of just 5 months. So it shows you that just a small group of people can have a significant impact on the public.
And a disturbing trend. And